And we're doing makeup readings because we have like 10 readings to do that exceeded past the cutoff point from yesterday. So let's do them. Karima is first up. What are the daydreams that this person is having about me? We're using the key tarot, as you can see from the actual key right there. So the proper question is, what are his daydreams about me right now? So let's see, what daydreams do we have? Seven of Pentacles, putting work that sort of makes the grade, right? Putting in work. When I put in work for something, when I put in some effort to do something, to make something happen, to get something established and what have you, I want it to be worthwhile. It's almost like they want feedback, or they want to know what they're doing is valuable, what they're doing, what they're saying, how they're feeling is really sort of making a difference. They don't really want to be wasting their time by saying things, doing things that don't have a lot of, effort for no reason. So they want to make sure what they're doing is for a reason. Seven of Pentacles with that Two of Wands. I want to look and see the effect or see the result of things that I am doing. It's one of kind of the daydreams that they're sort of having right now, is I'm making this effort and then I have it really be appreciated. Because a lot of times if we do effort for something, it's not appreciated. People don't say thank you. People don't, say nice things. Then we just end up not doing it anymore because we're just like, screw that. It's a big waste of time and not getting the feedback. So the daydreams they're having is the efforts they're doing is worthwhile, and they're looking kind of for a confidence level or a level of feedback from that is very sort of good. Another daydream they have is sort of just taking a break from everybody. It seems that right now they just want to take a break from a lot of different things, a lot of different people, and just sort of go out on their own, be a little bit of the hermit, get sort of an isolation, get away from it all. It definitely feels like they need a vacation from the day-to-day doldrums that they could be experiencing somewhat as they sort of move around. The other thing is sort of angels. I think that they have seen you and them be angels. They have seen, you keep getting angelic cards within here, and I'm really thinking one of the daydreams is that you're both sort of angels. You're both sort of within this concept of, you've been together before. We've been in a higher plane of existence before. And that's kind of where their daydreams have wandered off to. Part two things. What sneaky things do they do? Like, do they stalk me? Do they drive by my place? What do they do? How are they doing it? What kind of things do we have here that they're doing that is going to be on the ulterior motive side? The Sun, I do think they drive by your house. You have that, the Hierophant, sort of that stability, that kind of thing going through there. The Sun just sort of traveling around a kind of thing. So the proper question is, what sneaky things do they do towards me right now? Like drive by my house or look at my pics or spying on me. I don't really think they're spying on you. I just think that, having a lot of effort put into this is something they don't want to do. They don't want to get in that 10 of Wands where they're constantly having to update and look at your stuff and see what you're doing and see how things are going. They just don't want to spend that energy. They have a lot of energy that they need to expand upon other things, and that's not where they really want to focus that, right? They want to just see that you're okay. They want to make sure everything's cool, and I do think that they drive by your house. It's one of the main components that you have here. So that Hierophant, people looking, people watching, people observing the actions, along with the Sun, getting out into the sun, getting a little of that chariot motion, moving into more opportunities, getting around there and seeing where things are going to go kind of thing. But I don't think that they just sort of super obsess over it. I really think that you just have that feeling of occasionally drive by, want to make sure you're okay, want to make sure there's nothing weird going on over there. And I do think that they look for other people. I do think that they look for other people at your house. I think that they occasionally want to see if there are any other cars over there. In case you're, doing something on the side there. So yeah, entertainment purposes only. Okay, the next question we have for getting all of that is Becca Boo. Donated twice. Becca Boo, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right, let's have some water. And then let's get going on Becca Boo's hosted question number 1, which is for UVT. I had another hosted question number 2, but I don't know who that was for. So we picked a person at random who asked a question, and then we'll get their reading as well. let's look at that. Message from my inner child. UVT has an inner child indeed. What would they? Ooh, be a better deck for this. Message from my inner child. This is the improper deck for that. A better one is one that's sort of focused on the inner child itself. So let's see. Messages from the inner child. What kind of inner child do we have? What kind of adventures do we have with the Kitten Shops deck? Wow, the Ten of Cups really have more fun at home, have more variety, have more an adventure at home, keeping up with the journaling, keeping up with the fun things, doing things that are fun and entertaining, enthralling, and really sort of grab your attention, make you want to chase it, sort of just having more of an adventure at home, right? Where it means breaking out some games or participating in something online or just having some fun. Maybe having a club or having some people over. You get that Ten of Cups, just as have that adventure, have that fun at home. Page of Pentacles says you've been neglecting a little bit of a lot of the things that you really enjoy. So some of the things that you did on a daily basis that you really enjoyed, you're getting into this spiraling circle to where you don't do those things, and now you get a little more down, and now you don't do those things because you're a little more down, and now you get a little more down, et cetera, et cetera. It just feels like that you just get on the spiral of kind of, getting down on yourself, getting down on things when it's not really necessary at all. The Fool says definitely get out and make more adventures as long as the weather is warm and you're capable and able to do that. Having more adventures, getting more things started and rocking and rolling is definitely going to be pretty cool. So, there you go. So get out, get some rocking adventures, have some more adventures at home, and to get started on some of the things that you have been postponing, because by postponing those, you are getting into that level where you just feel like you're getting down because you haven't been doing things, and now blah, 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 blah. You just keep going into that spiral, and that's not something that you really kind of wanted to do. Next up, we got crystals and paint. Crystals and paint wanted to know about a little bit of birthday. How will the birthday go indeed? Let's get out the Dark Mansion Tarot and see if crystals and paint hopefully likes this one. We'll see still. But yeah, we'll get a little bit of the adventure there with a birthday wish. How's it going to go? We get the Moon, Six of Pentacles. You're going to get some interesting gifts from somebody. You do have maybe an unexpected gift that is going to come for the birthday. I don't think it's going to be exactly on your birthday. I do think it'll be maybe a couple of days later, something like somebody mailed something. But you have a Six of Pentacles with an unexpected gift, maybe from somebody unexpected indeed. You do have a Five of Wands as well. Just kind of talking about that Five of Wands, just being like, there's a lot of different things you want to do on your birthday, and you're kind of confused about which one is going to take priority or which one that you kind of want to dive into or go forth and have that. I do think you have a good emotional resonance on your birthday. Overall, it looks like it's going to go clean and pretty productive. It's almost like a month after your birthday, something else is happening. Something else is planned. Maybe something unexpected occurs as well. So mark the calendar. Exactly 1 month after your birthday, I think you have something unexpected kind of creeping up there. And it'd be kind of interesting to see where that goes. But maybe that is part of where the unexpected gift comes from. But there's definitely some movements, some activities, the exact day, a month after your birthday, that you want to sort of get into and kind of see where that is going. The other Becca Boo donation went to a random person, and we're going to pick Jalen Shaw, who wanted a reading. Jalen Shaw asked a question on the stream but didn't get a reading. So Becca Boo generously hosted. Thank you again for being a Becca Boo, the hostess with the mostest, as they say. So yeah, there we go. We'll see where Becca Boo's question is going to land. Jalen Shaw in this particular thing. Like a reading from a twin flame, we are in contact. That's good to know. You don't have anybody ghosting you when you're twin. It's good to know the twin flame didn't ghost you. Nothing more less exciting than to know that, I had a twin flame, but they ghosted my ass. Ten of Pentacles says that the twin flame is indeed your twin flame. I think this is something where you already knew, you came in with this knowledge, and it's sort of just reinforced, or definitely sort of in that mode of, yeah, this is correct. You have the twin flame. This is rocking exactly where you're looking at. There is a level of disconnect from your twin flame that you are going to experience after a couple of months here. Just be aware of that. It feels like that they're going on a separate path. It's almost like that they need to go on a separate path, or they need some separation, or they need to maybe have a little bit of a break within here. Five of Swords is the twin flame is not going to go the way that you would like it to go. Ultimately, you do have a beautiful sort of house setting, stability with this person. It feels that way. But this person is more of an adventure, more of an adventurous kind of soul, and they are definitely going to get rolling in a different direction than what you are thinking of. So you definitely want to make sure, if you're going to stay with them, that you're willing to ride the waves and go with whatever decision, go with whatever kind of look and feel, look and see thing that they have going as they sort of approach it. All right, so there's your little bit of a twin flame read as it goes through there. Moonchild wanted we got KM is next. KM had a big question. KM, thank you very much for your very generous donation. I greatly appreciate you. Let's break this down into a couple of readings here, I guess. This is long. I'm not sure if it's going to wrap. Basically, let's see. So daughter's dad hired an attorney versus my attorney. His attorney is dropping his false contempt he filed against me. Will his attorney see him for what he is, and this works in my favor? Okay, so let's break that down. Where the hell did I put the key tarot? Let's break that down with the Baroque tarot. I think the Baroque tarot is going to be a good one for this. I mean, I'm really leaning towards the Poe, actually. For legal questions, I do need a legal deck. Maybe I'll make one. Maybe I'll make a legal deck. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to try the Edgar Allan Poe and see. So the first part of the question basically is, so with how an attorney versus my, so you have attorney v. attorney. The attorney dropped the charges. Will his attorney see him for what he is? Okay, so will this person see them for what they are? Absolutely. You have a Four of Pentacles. There's a level of hiding that we're trying to do here, a little bit of that. But the Six of Swords says really that only goes so far. That only goes so far. The King of Pentacles, I think they got a little too comfortable in how they were doing things, the way that they were doing things. And I think it's going to end up just basically burning them in the butt at this point, that you're going to kind of see this, right? You're just going to kind of see it burning them a little much. So a little too comfortable with that King of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles says, I have a lot to hide. And I think that they realize that they're wasting their time and money at this point. But basically, as they go along, as they forward this through, you have a Knight of Wands over here just saying that this is something where all of a sudden they're seen as they really are. And I think that sort of disrupts them. It moves them in that direction of, yes, that is not comfortable anymore. We're not happy anymore. So basically, will his attorney see him for what he is? All right. Now that they've been seen for what they are, the second part of the question is, will it work in my favor? So this is going to be something that makes it cool. It works in my favor. That is good for me overall. Strength says, obviously, yes. That's a hard card to ignore. It's a hard card to just throw under the table here. Strength card says it builds a strength. It builds the confidence. You have a lot of good things, a lot of good opportunities here with this. The Ten of Pentacles shows that the coffin, the tomb has been opened and the revelation has really occurred, and now I'm seeing the reality. An Emperor allows us, now that we see the reality, to take the action that we need. With that Page of Swords. We're talking about the Page of Swords being the master of all trades, the master of multitasking. And the fact that the Page of Swords has that open-ended, basically, revelation, now they're able to take actions. Now they're able to step up and be the Emperor, where that's been kind of difficult before. But that's going to be good overall because the tomb has been opened. The reveal has been set afoot. And strength gives you the patience, the resilience, and everything else to do that indeed. So we're going with that. We're going with that. We're going to say, yes, this also works in your favor. So we got a lot of thumbs up, a lot of good things going in here with all of that. Emma wanted to know too. Basically, Emma, it appears that Emma is getting hit on. Emma is getting hit on over here. And they want to know, why is T into me if he already has a girl? Well, that should be kind of obvious, at least with that. I'm not sure, exactly how you're going to do that, but...
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
But we will see. We will see. They're into me if they already have somebody. Why is that occurring? What is happening with all of that? Is that going to be something that's good for us? Is that going to be something that's bad for us? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's going to be good for us. The sun, hey, they want something on the side. You already saw that coming. Doesn't take a master of observation. Doesn't take a law degree to figure this out. You have the sun. Let's get out. Let's make new things. Let's plant our sunflower seeds in somebody else, as they say. The Wheel of Fortune says they want another backup. They want somebody on the side that they can sort of have some good times with. You know what I'm saying? Ten of Cups, happy home, happy family can be found maybe in more than one area, maybe more than one place. So this is definitely somebody who is who's looking forward to that. They're kind of looking in that direction. They're like, yeah, maybe that's something I want to get into. Maybe that's something I want to hit up. But they're just looking for another opportunity, looking for a little backup. Nothing wrong with a little backup, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, Moonchild wants to know about a general reading. We can do that. Luckily, we did all these readings in a separate video because, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of readings. All right. So we're going to be like 30 minutes into this video. 30 minutes into this video. And if we'd have done this, we would have been 30 minutes into the stream, and we'd have had 55 more questions in addition to these 30. Okay. Anyway, Moonchild wanted a general reading. The Fool. Level layers. You have two sequences. We have a sequence over here with the Fool and the Magician. Sequence talks about the proper sequencing or the proper effort, the proper look-see that you want to have when you're going into some of these readings, some of these efforts. The Fool talks about this adventure that we have indeed. And this is an adventure. It's almost like we're either meeting somebody, we're talking to somebody on the line, we have the phone going. We're trying to make an impression. And I think trying to adventure within the context of making an impression is not really going to do you well in this particular case. Indeed, it just feels like that you have a little bit of trying to prove your worthiness, trying to prove your skills, and it just doesn't work that way. It's more of a sort of focus on yourself, get yourself in the line, get yourself in the context where you're ready to go. And don't be concerned about other people. It's definitely a divorcing of worrying about what people think, worrying about what people are looking at as far as you go, and getting a level of independence. And part of this is some upcoming failures that you're going to have with trying to do a lot of things that you would like to do, or trying to push forth some efforts that you're trying to sort of see, or you're trying to sort of do in here. King of Wands says, put in 120% of the effort when you have it available, or when things are going to line up in your favor. But you definitely don't want to put it into dedicating it to other people, or looking for other people, or maybe outside reinforcement, outside influence. Is definitely something of pull your resources, pull your desire, pull your focus from yourself, and get that started, get that rocking and rolling, and show your skills to yourself. Prove to yourself that you have what is needed with this, especially for anybody that is looking to you for maybe an example, looking to you as sort of, somebody to look up to, or anything like that as well. So there we go. A little bit of a Moonchild general reading. We'll put that deck over here. And the last reading of the makeup readings is going to be for Sarah. Sarah wants to know about work. Sarah's very focused on work. I have to say that. Sarah's dedicated and focused to the work right now. No time for anything else with that. Well, I always feel like I'm not doing enough at work. Is it insecurity? Is it a way that people make me feel? Let's find out with a little bit of druid craft and see what kind of more explanations or where we really would like to go here within this. Man, it does feel like that you're starting something new. You're starting something new over here. A lot of genitals in this deck, I gotta say. It feels like you're trying to start something new. You're trying to start a new effort or a new, basically, that's like you're trying to start over, right? Trying to start over. And I think that's kind of frustrating sometimes when you're trying to start over. It's almost like you're having to impress some people that you haven't impressed before. And I think you're just wearing down with it of, I didn't really want to do this to impress these people. I really didn't want to put this much effort into it. It's almost like you want the old days back with the old manager, the old management, the old people that knew you. But now you have to reestablish yourself. You have to reprove yourself. And I think that's very frustrating because you've done it before and now you have to do it again and again and again. You just want something stable, something steady, something decent as far as that goes. And you just sort of have that launching point right here. And I think one of the frustrating parts here is that you are doing enough, you are making it happen, but it feels like you have to exert an enormous amount of work to get a lot of stuff done. And I think that's getting frustrating on you. I think it's frustrating that you're having to reprove yourself. It's frustrating that you're having to do twice as much work as you kind of should have. And I think just the stress is pulling up on you. You do have a beautiful Six of Wands card here that does say that, yes, we have people that are on our side, people that are cheering for us, that are rooting for us, but it's always just difficult to just ride that and be the focus of attention. I think being the focus of attention is one of the main things that's really sort of working your nerves. It's really sort of pulling you in the direction you don't want to go. And you just have a lot of areas of frustration and they're all hitting on at the same time. And that's kind of just leaning in the direction you don't want to go. And that's it from my makeup readings. Thank you for watching.